You know, mental health is funny. Because sometimes everything looks fine. You've got a job, friends, maybe even a plan, and yet something still feels off. Like you're here, but not really here. Yeah, I've been there. You wake up, do what you're supposed to, go through the motions, and at the end of the day, you can't even explain what you're missing. It's not sadness exactly, just this quiet feeling of being unplugged from your own life. And the weirdest part? No one notices. Because from the outside, you look fine. You're showing up, smiling, functioning, but inside, it's like you're watching your own life from a distance. You know, psychologists call this emotional disconnection. It's basically when your brain slips into survival mode. You're not broken. You're just protecting yourself from burnout, pressure, or too much noise. And sometimes, that protection ends up feeling like emptiness. When that happens, I usually open up Spider-Man. Not to grind levels or complete missions, just a swing. No goals, no timer, no noise. Just the sound of wind, the lights, and the rhythm of the city moving below me. It's my way to zone out. Or maybe zone in. I don't know. There's something about the movement that clears my head. Like my brain gets to breathe again while I'm just gliding. And I think that's what happens in real life too. When every week starts to look the same. You wake up, check your phone, get ready, go to work, come home, scroll, sleep, repeat. And even though it's fine, it starts to feel like something's missing. Because there's no spark, no new story, just maintenance. You ever feel that? Like you're living but not growing? It's such a strange feeling. Being grateful for what you have, but still feeling like something's off. Because, don't get me wrong, I am grateful. My family's healthy, I've got food, a roof over my head, a great relationship with my younger brother, friendly colleagues, a decent office job that pays the bills. I really don't take that for granted. And honestly, it wasn't always like this. When my dad left my mom, things got tough for a while. Money was tight. We didn't really know what was going to happen next. But somehow we managed. We stuck together. And that kind of struggle, it changes you. It makes you appreciate the quiet stability later in life. So yeah, I'm grateful. I really am. And I know life could be a lot worse. But still, there's this quiet thought in the back of my mind that goes, is this really it? I think it's because we confuse comfort with meaning. We think once everything's stable, we'll finally feel happy. But comfort isn't the same as purpose. Comfort keeps you safe. Purpose keeps you alive. And when we stop chasing meaning, not the big life goal kind, but small, real meaning, that's when we start to drift. You know what's helped me? Doing small things that actually make me feel present again. Sometimes it's swinging through the city in Spider-Man, just zoning out and letting my thoughts wander while I play. Other times it's going for a walk without my phone. Learning something new, even if it's random. reaching out to someone I haven't talked to in a while. Even just sitting by the window at night, watching lights move across the city, reminds me that I'm part of something bigger, even when I don't fully get it. And I think that's what being lost really is. Not the end of something, but a signal that it's time to reconnect. Not with goals, not with achievements, but with yourself.
Sometimes feeling lost is just your mind tapping you on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, we've been on autopilot too long, haven't we?" Like it's your brain's way of checking in, not to shame you, but to remind you to slow down. And that's not failure, man. That's awareness. That's you waking back up to your own life again. So yeah, maybe you've been drifting lately. Maybe life feels fine, but not fulfilling. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're growing past where you are. And maybe that's what this phase is for. Not fixing, not rushing, just noticing. Noticing the little things you used to ignore. Like the way sunlight hits your wall in the morning. Or how the city sounds different when you take your headphones off. Noticing when your coffee actually tastes good. When the air feels cold but clean. When a random memory makes you smile for no reason. Or when, for once, you don't feel the need to check your phone. Because maybe that's where it starts. In those quiet, in-between moments where you finally stop trying to feel something and just let yourself be something. And I don't know. Maybe that's how you find yourself again. Not in some big moment, but in the quiet ones you stopped paying attention to. Yeah. Maybe that's where meaning starts. Well, I've probably been talking too much today, right? Thanks for staying with me, though. Really. It means more than you think.